currently en route to VRS. So there is actually another little issue with the car. There is a rattle coming from somewhere under the engine bay. So I'm currently in a Racing Line Stage 2 tuned Volkswagen Golf R, right? Right, what do you think? Is this car faster than a BMW M4? Is it faster than a BMW M2? Is it, how does it compare to a Stage 3 tuned Golf R with a hybrid turbo? Is it really a lot quicker than a stock Golf R? There's only one way to find out. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Right, so the Mark 7 Golf R that I recently bought from one of my subscribers is finally complete. We've had this car Stage 2 tuned, we've had loads of general maintenance done on it, and I thought I'd do a video before we give it away this Friday, just talking about how it compares to a stock Golf R and a Stage 3 Golf R. Let's get on it. So this Golf R, I bought it, how long? Probably about 6 weeks ago, I would say. Bought it from a subscriber, lovely guy he was, and it's a really nice car. When I bought it, I noticed there was a bit of sort of scoring on the brake disc. What else was wrong with it? I think the wheels on that side need refurbing. So let's talk about money.
Right.
So from my point of view, I think the wheels definitely need doing, don't they?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Windscreen needs doing.
Yep.
It needs a service.
Yep.
But they were just silly little things that you'd expect to see on a car that's been on the road for a few years. I think the car's done probably about 74,000 miles now. I think when I bought it, it'd done probably about 1,000 miles less because I've been absolutely loving it. I've been pretty much daily driving it since it arrived. But during that process, it did spend a bit of time at VRS, and in fact, I got the bill in my hand. Total bill, in fact, we won't talk about the total bill, let's talk about what we've done. We've done cam adjuster magnet, we've done a whole video on this as well, by the way, water pump, spark plugs, sump plug, brake discs all round, brake pads all round, and we also done a set of Racing Line wheel spacers, bigger wheel bolts, we've had the car service, just loads of maintenance stuff, but that bill was over £2,000.
Oh, how did I forget? We also put a brand new windscreen in it as well.
And then it went from there to Racing Line in Milton Keynes, big shout out to them. They have done absolutely loads to this car as well. We've put a Racing Line induction kit on it. We've also put a downpipe on it. We've also put Racing Line springs on it, and it's now a full Racing Line Stage 2 tuned car. From factory, these cars are 300 brake horsepower. A Stage 1 is simply just a remapped software only. You can see all this, by the way, on the Racing Line website. Stage 1 will give you about 360 horsepower, maybe a little bit more than that. Obviously varies from car to car. Stage 2 will give you 390 horsepower. I think on their website it quotes 392. This car actually made 394. Every little helps and all that. So this is 394 brake horsepower. Now my car, the Stage 3 hybrid turbo with a V5 Turbo Technics turbo with MEF injection, that car, at the point that we've done the dragging times on it, it was running at 530 brake horsepower, I think. Let me just double check. 530 brake horsepower. That was running with MEF on a sort of a sensible map. That car could run at near to 600 brake horsepower. We let it go out with a reserve map. By the way, that car, we've got one for free by James from Swansea on Planet Dreams. This car is going to be going this Friday on Planet Dreams. There's the logo. You can enter for free. If you've not entered for free, you can do that via the link in the description below, all right? So I just wanted to do a video before this goes, one, to do a final drive in this car, because honestly, I love the way this car drives. The setup that this car's got right now is perfect. If you own a Golf R, I would highly recommend you get this set up. To get this done, cost you about 2 to 2.5 grand to get a Stage 2 set up. To get a setup like my car had, Stage 3 power with a MEF kit and a bigger turbo, you're talking over £10,000. So in this video, you're going to see what the difference that makes on real road driving, all right? This car's obviously a 5-door car, it's had the wiper delete. Other than that, it hasn't had loads. I do love a Stage 1 mapped car. The difference mainly really between a Stage 1 and Stage 2, again, go to the Racing Line website, you can see all of this is documented really well on their website, is the downpipe. But with the downpipe, you get crackles out the back and you get a little bit more power because it's less restricting. If you do go to Racing Line and you want a setup like this, what they do is you can search for your local recommended supplier of Racing Line hardware, go on their website and you'll see who your local supplier is of their hardware. VRS is one of their suppliers. So if you want to get a full setup done there, you can. I will link VRS in the description below, as well as Racing Line, all right? So what else did we do? By the way, let's just admire the way this car looks. Sitting perfectly. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride, but it's nice. It's just firm, it's bang on. Wheel spacers sitting good. We had the wheels refurbed as well at RRT UK in Luton. I will also link them in the description below. All these companies get involved. They put all of their efforts in to making these cars wonderful for you lot, so you lot can get the chance to win wonderful prizes, all right? I do want to thank everyone who supports the platform through one, watching these videos, because it generates ad revenue, which allows us to buy cars. Two, through Dreamcatcher subscriptions, which is also wonderful. That also helps generate funds for the platform. And now we've got a boost button as well. Again, just helps us generate more funds for the platform, allows us to buy better cars and gives us better content. It's a non-profit platform, so all of the money that comes in, we just want to get that turnover figure up as much as possible with your support, so we can keep buying wonderful cars and keep doing incredible videos, all right? So is there anything else I want to report with this car? I don't think there is. I don't want to say gutted. I'm not gutted that it's going. I've just really enjoyed driving it. I've genuinely just liked driving it. I love a 5-door car. Should we have a look under the bonnet? We ain't done that, have we? I wonder if the boys have cleaned under there. If they haven't, then this is the moment that we shame them. It's not bad under the bonnet. Also, with the Stage 2 setup, and this is pretty much recommended on Stage 1 as well, is the Racing Line silicone hose as well. It's a really firm hose. Got the induction kit as well. You can actually upgrade that to a carbon fibre one, which is pretty cool. We've got the non-carbon fibre one because it's cheaper, basically, all right? So DSG car, 73,786 miles. Let's go back to the Draggy leaderboard. A stock Golf R, Mark 7.5 DSG, done it in 4.89 seconds, 20 to 70 miles an hour. And the State one somehow managed to do it in 4.78 seconds, which is slightly quicker. And then my car, the Stage 3 tuned car, is third on the Draggy leaderboard, whereas the other one is position number 42. Running at 530 brake horsepower, done it in 3.16 seconds. So it's going to come somewhere in the middle. It's a proper quick car. There's only one way to find out. We're going to head down to the old section of where we used to film before, do a bumpy road test with the new suspension, and then we're going to go do draggy times to see how quickly we can get it from 20 to 70 miles an hour. All right, let's go. The famous route round the bend. See what I mean? The way these cars just grab and take off. Obviously they're four-wheel drive as well. Stage 2 is just like, it's just a dream setup. It's a perfect sweet spot. And you compare the prices as well, £2,000 to £2,500 for this Stage 2 setup compared to £10,000+ for a Stage 3 setup. Granted, you do get quite a lot more power with it, but we'll find out shortly how much difference that power makes. There's no way this is going to be up near position number 3. I can tell you that for nothing, but it's going to do well. It's going to do very well. So all in all, it's just really, really good power delivery. You can see we're on a reasonably bumpy road at the minute. I love this route, man. And this here is the horrible bumpy road, the awful one, the famous bumpy road. Turning right. Take it easy, Cal. That first bump's the worst one, and then they're all quite bad. Ow! Yeah, it's pretty bumpy, but firm, very firm. That's how we like it. Even the way that reacts there, see that? Just a little tiggle of the throttle pedal in second gear. It's just, oh, we had traction control kick in there. The roads are a little bit damp. It did rain earlier. I should know instantly where the traction control button is on a Golf R, but I don't. There we go, completely off. We've got bottles of water in the boot as well. Coming out of excuses already. Bottles of water in the boot. We've also got a full tank of fuel, which is rare on this channel. So we've got about an extra, I don't know, 60 kilos of weight above that we'd normally have. Yeah? Something worth mentioning is it does about 250 miles to a full tank. I think that's worth mentioning. Should we do a little launch just to demonstrate how wonderful launch is on this car. By the way, driver's side window doesn't work. That stopped working last week and I've ordered a new one. It's at VRS. I'm going to take it there tomorrow, which is going to be before we give the car away on Friday, to get a new window put on, all right? Window switch. Do you know what, just fast forward a day, like I'm filming this video yesterday, but this section of the video I'm filming today, tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. So that left button there does that window. The back one, yeah, back right one does the back right window. The back left button does the back left window. The top right button, which is probably the most important button of the four, doesn't work, it just stopped working. So that's typical, it's just happened just at the point when we're giving away the car. So I'm currently en route to VRS and we're going to get the window switch replaced. Hold on, why do you always do this to me, Amar? This is like awkward question. Go on, what's your question?
Good to ask you questions sometimes. Out of all the cars you purchased, right?
Yeah.
Which one was you most excited to collect the most?
An answer sprung to mind straight away. My signal green BMW M6. Do you know why? Because I filmed a video on that car on my channel, one of the first videos probably ever filmed, and I loved that car because it is the only one, supposedly the only one on the planet in that colour. And when I realised that I could be the owner of that car, I was proper excited. And I actually took Kai with me to pick the car up as well. So yeah, that was quite a special car collection. Maybe I should have kept that car. Right, so it is challenge time. There is actually another little issue with the car. There is a rattle coming from somewhere under the engine bay. It happened coincidentally at the same time as the electric window stopped working. So I reckon I can find this rattle without the help of a mechanic. We've got a lot of mechanics. Do you think I can find it?
Dad's from Darkside, it's Mrs. does them,
Yeah, do you know what he said about that before? He done me a load of hashtag on it once. There we go. We might have to link that in the description below.
Can you find a picture of that blue S3 where he's thinking it underneath?
Can I find the rattle?
I can see it already.
Can ya?
Yeah.
No, you can't. I thought it'd be something so just obviously just.
I think, because it's got a downpipe,
That's hot.
I think the bracket on the bottom where it goes into the subframe is probably going to be that.
That's what I was going to say. It's the bracket on the subframe
the downpipe.
and the bottom of the downpipe. So, yeah, Will's just confirmed that my feeling was right. So, we'll go with that. Job done, right, boys. Let's get it jacked up.
It probably isn't that now.
We'll find out in a minute.
So one of the lads took the Golf R for a quick test drive around the block, and he came back with a conclusion to what he thought the rattle was. And I had my own opinion on the matter as well.
Do you know what, Will? I'm just thinking. I reckon. I know I said it was the bracket on the downpipe. I reckon it could be maybe the speaker.
You need to stop earwigging. I can't believe that. You just said what we were talking about.
So we have a look at the speaker then, guys.
What we're going to do...
Grab the tools. So was I right then? It was the speaker, yeah?
Yeah, you were right, Noel. Do you know what? You should just come work here.
Do you know what? I need to get a VRS t-shirt.
You need to save me.
I need to. Well, I had a VRS t-shirt. Like, I've had the engine out of that Porsche this morning. I've just done the wheel spaces and that E36, but annoyingly I ordered the wrong size. I might get cracking with that M3 Touring engine as well, Will.
Yeah, you just scrap on that.
Camera bag, gym bag. This is why I need to get my own car, because honestly, moving in and out of cars all the time, as much as I love driving different cars, it's a little bit inconvenient. So, 3 problems with the car. Well, problem number 1 was the electric window switch, which is now fixed. The rattle is apparently the speaker in the middle of the dash. That is now sorted as well. And the third and final problem was, which I didn't mention, we had the wheel alignment done elsewhere, and the steering wheel was slightly off centre, a little bit annoying. It drives bang on straight, but just the steering wheel was slightly off centre. So, going to leave the car here. BRS can sort it out. But I think what we need to prioritise on is getting back to the driving section of the video and see how quickly this thing does 20 to 70 mile an hour. Because I've actually filmed that already yesterday. I hope you're all not too confused. Wish I had the draggy box on just then. But yeah, that gives you an idea. Look at these cars, man. Such a small amount of effort to get that crazy amount of power. So what we're going to do now is get to the exciting part of the videos where we see, well, I suppose firstly how it compares to a stock Golf R and a Stage 3 Golf R, but more importantly, or is it more importantly? Also equally as exciting to see how it compares to all of the other cars on the Dragy leaderboard. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Just launches perfectly. It's just effortless. The gearboxes are brilliant on these as well, by the way. Obviously my car was running at that point in time 530 brake horsepower and it was still on the stock clutch, which is quite impressive. So, oh my God, I just had a little look down at run number 1 and what did we want to beat again? Was it? Can't remember. 4.78 is what we wanted to beat, yeah? That's a stock Golf R estate. I can tell you that we've definitely just beat that, all right? By quite a lot. But as ever, it is tradition on this channel to do 3 runs on every car. So I'm going to do 2 more off camera and come back to you shortly to let you know what the quickest one of the lot was, all right? Surely we're going to beat that as well. If we beat, I don't know, we'll see. Right, so we are done with the Dragy runs. I actually only done 2 in the end. I always do 3. I literally always do 3, but there wasn't an opportunity to do a 3rd one, and I thought, you know, I was so happy with the 2nd one that it wasn't actually necessary. It would have been nice to give it one more chance, but it's probably not necessary. So, the first run, I done 20 to 70 mile an hour in 4.16 seconds. That is an incredible time. And if you look at 4.16 on the Dragy leaderboard, you'll see that that would make this car quicker than a BMW M4 convertible and a BMW M2, which is impressive, right? Then I done a 2nd run with the intention of beating the 1st run, and the 2nd run I done 20 to 70 mile an hour in 4.03 seconds, which if you look at the Dragy leaderboard, ironically is the identical time that we've done 20 to 70 in Dan's Audi S3 Saloon, which was also a Stage 2 tuned car. It's got the same engine, same gearbox, exactly the same setup as this car, and it's done the identical 20 to 70 mile an hour time, which is mad. But then if you look at what's below that, it's quicker than the C63 AMG, a tuned C63 AMG. It just shows you how capable these cars are. Obviously, C63s are 2-wheel drive, these are 4-wheel drive. But you know what, when you're doing 20 to 70, which is another reason why I do it from 20, not from 0, is because generally, with most cars, not most cars, a lot of cars, by the time you're at 20 mile an hour, you should almost be at full traction. So I'm pretty sure when we've done the runs on the C63s, we were at full traction. But I suppose they're a heavier car, they've got a V8, they're naturally aspirated, so there's a lot of variables there. But yeah, really, really impressive. I'm really pleased with how this car's come out. It's cost me a bit more in total. I think how much did I pay for this car? I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I'll put that on the screen now. I'm going to offer you £13 a pound for it. Alright, how do you feel about that?
Would you go 13 and a half?
If I go 13 and a half, when are you going to sell it?
Well, you can have it today if you wanted to. And I can, yeah, I'll get rid of it today, I'll get picked up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah?
That's fine. 13 and a half grand. Let's get it done. And then that's what I spent on it in total. And that means in total it owes me this much money. And you can enter for your chance to win it for this much. Yeah, completely free, all right? So I'm going to be live on the Planet of Dreams Instagram this Friday at bang on midday, 12 o'clock. I'll go live about 11:45. If you've never joined one of our live streams before, just join it, man. It's proper, it's wicked. We have a right laugh. It's positive. We're giving away loads of prizes. And of course, this Friday, we're going to be giving away the Golf R. I don't think there's much else to report. I do want to thank all of the companies involved with getting this car to where it is today. Again, and I will remind you, I will link them all in the description below. The paddles, did I mention the paddles? I did mention them, didn't I? Just love these paddles. I love them. We had goldy coloured paddles before. We've now got nice, neat, thin, elegant is a word, perfect word, racing line ones. Yeah, love them. So yeah, that is it. The crackles. I was going to undo my window and show you what the crackles sound like. Just really subtle. Not Larry at all, really mild. And the exhaust note is just lovely, man. Oh, by the way, update on recent videos. Sunday's video, the Evo 8 is now up for sale, wicked car that is. If you didn't see that video, go and check it out. I'll link that below. Also, the Range Rover, the white Range Rover from last week, you know, the one that I went to Wales for, you lot seem to be really interested in that car. That car is now sold. We got it back from the garage, had the suspension fixed. It didn't cost a crazy amount of money to get the suspension fixed, so it worked out a worthwhile deal. And it was quite a cool video. And then this Sunday, we've got the A45 winner collection video as well. So look out for that, all right? Now you can go, see you later.